Hello, good morning. I'm for big welcome to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Exciting conversation. I'm in a near do I see up look into everything that's going on and lots of the updates. Thank you very much for subscribing. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, not turn notifications on. We want to hear from you in the comment section. So let us hear from you. Tell us what you think about everything that's going on in terms of the football that's been going on, all the games, no, and anything that we'll discuss. If not subscribed, subscribe to the channel and turn on notification. And then also make sure you do choose all and share the link. God bless you for doing that. Let's get straight into it. First of all, in the course of the week, I'm sure say Obia, and we start with the tidbits, everything that goes on with the clubs, everything that's going on with it. In the course of the week, I'm sure say everybody Obia could understand. Obia saw the news about say the KNVB, the football governing body, governing Dutch football, a sanctioned Vitesse Eindhoven, a club based in Netherlands in the Eredivisie, 18 points deduction, and then for that matter, they are going into the Dutch second division, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the link of that to Chelsea Football Club and why that could have been the reason, that could have been the fate of Chelsea if the new owners hadn't come. So by way of context, everybody that Eddie Chelsea talks about the Chelsea conversation, they have mixed feelings about the new owners, Todd Bowley, Baghdad Egbali, and Clear Lake in general. The thing is that for them, Clear Lake any successes as much as Roman Abramovich and the fact that Clear Lake probably is not hiring and firing, it's a little bit worrying for them. But one of the things Clear Lake has done is to make sure that there is a huge cleanup behind the scenes that everybody doesn't necessarily know about. Now let's start with the Vitesse Eindhoven conversation. Like I was telling you, now Vitesse Eindhoven a big club in Netherlands. So in about the last few 5, 6, 10 years ago, most of Chelsea players found what I call loan deals on them. At some point in time, Kevin De Bruyne was there. At some point in time, Mason Mount was there. At some point in time, especially the homegrown Chelsea players now, they believe that they needed to play at certain levels of the game. They used to go on loan to Vitesse Eindhoven. Originally, it is owned by certain Russian people. And for financial compliance, for an extended period of time, the KNVB realized they say the team at Vitesse Eindhoven have not been able to comply with the financial compliance rules what it is here for an extended period of time. So the committee has sanctioned almost for 18 points deduction. This is all called Eredivisie. So what they have there, they say there is a -1 point for Vitesse Eindhoven. The club are already not near bottom of the Dutch Eredivisie. Almost bottom, almost down into the lower divisions of Dutch football. Now, how is all of these things linked with Chelsea? Until like I was telling you, there are a lot of Chelsea players in it to make on. In fact, there is a link, as the KNVB puts it now, between the owners of Vitesse Eindhoven and a former Chelsea owner, Roman Abramovich. Now, if you remember in 2022, Roman Abramovich, UEFA and in England for sanction, so that he will not have any dealings in handling Chelsea Football Club when the issues of the Russian invasion of Ukraine are by. They had to pierce that veil because they felt the football could be used in some of these things, and he was forced to sell the club to Todd Bowley, Baghdad Egbali, or the Clear Lake. Now, what that means is that there were a lot of irregularities and equity of Vitesse Eindhoven, the loans, the link to Chelsea. In fact, it's actually known to be owned by Roman Abramovich in the dark world. As in those that are very close to them knows that he runs it his own. It's just somebody's name that's on it and on the book club. But essentially, Roman Abramovich owns Vitesse Eindhoven, and all of these things were being done anyway at the club. Will have a standing in Netherlands, and he's going to use football as some form of sports washing. So I know you see Chelsea. Indeed. That's a big one. Now, just opposite to this, Emra Todd Bowley in Baghdad and Bali Mobile, when Clear Lake came, one of the things that we shows were saying is that Clear Lake had reported themselves, Chelsea Holdings, said they had seen some financial dealings in Biane Sumasi or Club on. It didn't sit well with them. So they went straight to the English Football Regulatory Body, catch them say, you who say you maybe because with Chelsea inside, I see numbers near Bembe 2, the old accountants and the things they handed over to us, they are not something that you want to say in future. You jam money down, man. We will not get sanctions. You need to make your sanctions. It is strong. We will not be sanctioned in future. And as it stands now, that case is under investigation under the English regulators when it comes to stuff like that. It's very, very important. And this same thing could have happened to Chelsea. It could have happened to Chelsea. Saying, Oman Shenoman can't flew on because Roman Abramovich in the dealings. In fact, in just about 3 weeks ago, there was a story of how Antonio Rudiger manager reporting Mariano Ganoskaya to the police because agent fees BNS Umutiama Antonio Rudiger manager. And the new owners at Chelsea are saying that they don't pay agent fees. And if you remember, in a couple of weeks ago, it came out that Chelsea paid the highest number of owners fee, agent fees in a couple of seasons, in the transfer seasons. And it's something that the new ownership wants to stop. Roman Abramovich used to do that a lot to get the players in Penutia, huge agent fees. In quotes and unquotes, it was a little bit questionable in how a club should be run in terms of Europe. And most clubs they didn't like that Chelsea were being run that way because they had a financial edge over people. They believe say Russia, oligarchs, guys, there was the oil money from Russia, and then Roman Abramovich and they ran the Chelsea Football Club. Vitesse are in trouble, and there is a possibility to say Todd Bowling in Baghdad, Bali had not handled this thing well. Chelsea could have been in a similar situation. But we wait to see. I have a feeling that still they are going to punish Chelsea to an extent, but it's not going to be large. Especially Chelsea are able to meet their set targets for this season or get close to meeting their set target for this season. It's going to be very, very important. Now, let's talk about another big game there, of course, the Wembley Stadium. Don't be sad, honestly. Sorry, Chelsea, do not be sad. Don't be worried. How? Because in my opinion, that was one of the best and biggest steps of Chelsea taking to get to the very top in terms of being a settled team. And I'll tell you why I don't go away. See, in my opinion, it was a win. How many times have we not seen that since 2017? From Thomas Tuchel, Liverpool at Wembley, 2 finals, create a lot of chances, even when there were a lot of experienced players, Romelu Lukaku, then Chelsea fumbles the back. Arsenal under Lampard, again, Manchester United. Chelsea have seen it several times, about 5 or 6 times at Wembley. And already Mauricio Pochettino, it has happened twice, the final against Liverpool and this one against Manchester City. And then the idea is that you want to create chances and score. You create the chances against them. You play good football. You open Manchester City up. When you have chances now, you don't convert them. And for me, I think that that's the biggest talking point of everybody of share game there. How come Chelsea had those number of chances, those enormous number of chances, but they failed consistently, back to back. Say, converted our chances not into goals. And as it stands now, they were able to go ahead to the final of the FA Cup. It was the most direct source of Chelsea beating a cup this season and probably even playing Europe. Everybody knew, and especially after saying Manchester City against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and we all believe that there's going to be some level of accumulated fatigue. You go into this game and then you try and win, but hey, Chelsea definitely were able to get that win. They fumbled their bag, and they're nearby 5 people. I'm a 5 things. First of all, don't be sad, don't be worried, because of what happened with Chelsea in the game against Manchester City. In my opinion, it's the first step to get to the next level. And next season is going to be a proper judgment of things. The second thing is that Nehemiah comes in with Wembley with Nicholas Jackson. It's clear. It sends a clear signal. Nicholas Jackson, a blue hot and cold. He is the best guy to run the channels for you. Chelsea's best player in was Nicholas Jackson. Running the channels, he made Chelsea play well, pulling the centre backs out of position, opening spaces for other people to occupy. He was the best at it. Now, while this is true, it's also true that he missed the most chances. And then up front, he is not the most ideal finisher you want if you want to build a top team. So what do you do? Are you going to drop Nicholas Jackson, bring in another striker who will do those jobs, or you just make sure you build a team, bring in somebody else to add to Nicholas Jackson? Now, this is my result. 1, Nicholas Jackson is not supposed to be a main guy. I've said this several times. Nicholas Jackson is not supposed to be a main guy. He's supposed to be second fiddle to somebody. There's a need at this summer. Chelsea got transfer market team, and they need to get the main guy, number 1 guy. Obeli did the lines, and this guy's supposed to be a killer. Somebody who is able to play well and also score goals. In fact, there is supposed to be emphasis on scoring goals and being a leader up front. The ball manipulation inside him, and you need to do it in the box and score goals, and that's exactly what you want. That's the second thing I've told you in there for Chelsea Football Club. Enzo Fernandez for 2 games in a row hasn't been himself and he has not played well. Now, oh, Chelsea now, you may be worried that Enzo Mboye. What's wrong, really wrong with Enzo? One of the first things they said with TSC and they said Enzo has to get the surgery for the hernia. Enzo is playing with hernia, literally taking diclofenac, any pain relievers, and NSAIDs every time, just so he can go ahead and play games. He has to move away from that. Enzo has to get a surgery done from now to the end of the season, or by the end of the season, so that by next season he can be in full force to play the game of football for Chelsea Football Club. Now the focus has to be next season. It would have been ideal to very understand that Chelsea baby, but I've said it several times that for me, I look at the processes are very, very important to me than just results as and when they come. Again, the big question I'm asking you, is this still the fault of Mauricio Pochettino? Because yesterday, Poch coached an exciting game, having Conor Gallagher on the left to distract Man City for build up inside area, no? And then being that intensity, that was outside was excellent for me. When Jeremy Doku came on, my problem was Gusto. I wish Gusto could have played a full whole of the game, but definitely he couldn't play. Connor had to go in there to go and help Axel the Sassy. The Sassy was not the most comfortable with Doku, in my opinion, over there. I think that somebody else like Chalobah should have been in there. But for me, Mauricio Pochettino played excellent football for Chelsea Football, set up for Chelsea Football Club. And then finally, the big one, and it's a Chelsea were robbed. Yesterday, Chelsea were robbed. Chelsea had a clear-cut penalty. Clear-cut penalty. It was a free kick. Cole Palmer was our ball. It went straight to the unnatural positioned hand of Jack Grealish in the wall. I don't know why VAR did not check it and they asked the referee Anthony Taylor to go and proceed for a corner kick. It was never a corner kick. That was a penalty Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final. And that could have changed the whole dynamic of the game, the whole dimension of the game. But Chelsea couldn't get it. The penalty was gone. They failed to score. Bernardo Silva scored in the last minute. And then there you go. Sometimes it happens like that. But don't be sad. That's not Chelsea are doing everything that they want to do. Thank you very much. This is where we end it on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Yeah, Beth Fremo. So let us hear from you in the comment section and take care. Bye bye.